welcome live from Royal Stadium in Kansas City. It is Oakland A's Billy Ball Baseball live here. As today, with the Oakland Athletics taking on the Kansas City Royals in Game 3 of this kind of important early series in the season. I'm going to go back kind of doing Spokane Steve style and doing my scorebook while we're doing this. So we're not going to get the daily recap of averages. Let me know if that you like that the best or if that's something you enjoy more. But I'm going to try that and trying to see what viewers would like to see. And the only problem I have with my setup right now is I just don't have a great view on the dice, which is what people want to see this game. So let's make sure we kind of get that set up. Hopefully that will bring in what I want to do, taking some practice swings. We can see it. We can see the 20-sided die. That looks good. Now, since I'm not going to be using the computer screen, I will have to have the cards in front of me. So those who like to see the cards will let me know and I can show them while we broadcast. So here we go. Here's your starting lineup for your Oakland A's. Ricky Henderson will lead off, followed by Dwayne Murphy. Then Tony Armas getting the start as designated hitter today. Randy Elliott with a god-awful card, which I guess I'm going to have pulled up. Jeff Newman batting fifth. Mike Heath batting sixth. Mickey Klutz batting seventh. Mario Guerrero batting eighth. And Rob Peachlow batting ninth. On the mound for the A's, Brian Kingman. And for the Kansas City Royals, it'll be Willie Wilson, followed by UL Washington, George Brett, Darrell Porter, Willie Aikens, John Wathan, Jamie Quirk playing left field, and that's a horror show. Batting eighth, the second baseman Frank White, and batting ninth is Clint Hurdle. Let's take a look at some of the stats. I do have the game still pulled up. I was deciding if I want to play the game while I do this, makes it easier, but let's go over numbers. We're in Royal Stadium, so Larry Gurr is your starter, 4-2, 2.91 ERA, 42 hits in 56 innings, 19 walks, 26 strikeouts. That's kind of have to change a bit. He's been pitching to contact. That could be trouble for him. He is what's considered to be a 4L, so the lefties on the A's will have some problems. Billy Ball does make sure he's puts a majority of his right-handed lineup in this game so that hopefully he'll be on Gurra's a weaker part of his card. For Brian Kingman, let's look at his numbers and see if we can take a look at his numbers. He is 4-1, ERA 3.12, making a 6 start, 34 hits, 40 innings, 14 walks, 22 strikeouts. Again, pitches to contact. He's only given up 2 home runs so far. He's a 7-inning starter. Larry Gurra can go 8. And let's do this from Kansas City. So give me 1 second. We'll make sure we have Randy Elliott's card pulled up. That card is as all outs everywhere. It does not get a hit anywhere, to say the least. So, but he's an uncarded player, so I'll have to use the machine to help me with that. So let's get ready for baseball. All right, so Ricky Henderson leading off. He is so far hitting well, getting his share of stolen bases. Here's a pitch from Gurra. That's going to be a 5-8. A 5-8 versus a righty is a ground ball, second base X right off the bat. Figures. White is a 1. We're going to use the 20-sided die already in the game. So that is going to be he is an E rating. Where is Gurton? White's right there. He's a 1E11, so that's going to be an out. And then on the E11, there's no 7. It makes the play, and Henderson is toast. 1 away, 4-3. So 1 out. And now here is Dwayne Murphy, lefty on lefty. He's been one of the A's more popular hitters, playing super well. Again, Gurra's hold is a -1. Here's a pitch to Murphy with 1 out. 4-7 versus a lefty is a single, 1-18. Does he get it? That does it. He does. So Murphy's on with a single. So Murphy gets on. Let's see what his steal attempt is. 2 through 7, 15 first number, -1, -2 is a -3. The catcher is Wathan's a +1. So that would make him a -2 to first number, 13, 65%. Let's run Murphy here. He does not get it. Ooh, Murphy does not get the lead. He will not go on the second number. And here is Tony Armas batting third in his very non-fun lineup. He's going to have a game against Gura. Gura from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's a 1-7. Does he get one? No, he does not. That's a ground ball to short. That's going to be a double play. 6-4-3. We go 1/2 inning of play. A's nothing, and the Royals coming up the bat. Not really. Here is Willie Wilson. So Wilson, Washington, Brett will hit against Brian Kingman. Let's see if Wilson can run here. Kingman the windup and the pitch. That's a 1-4 versus a righty. That's a ballpark single here in Kansas City. I'm going to have to look those numbers up now. I usually have the game telling me what they are. Again, to a lefty-righty, it is going to be an 8 to a lefty, 11 to a righty, and a 1 and a 1. So let's go ahead and take a look at the card option here. It's going to be a 1-4 against a right-handed pitcher. It's going to be a 1 to 11. That's a 10. Base hit, Willie Wilson. So, is that right? Let's see. Let's see. Wilson gets it. Against a right, against a. Wait a minute. Or let's see. Hang on 1 second. Let me look this up again. God, I don't use that. See, so singles, that's left-handed. So it's a 1 to 8. That's a 10. Wilson does not get it. It's a line drive to second base. 1 away. So Wilson does not get it. I read that wrong. And here is UL Washington, the shortstop. He's a switch hitter, batting from the left-hand side. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 6-11 to a switch hitter. Ballpark home run. Can you believe it? He is not starred against a righty. Ballpark home run's only a 1. That's a 9. That's a fly ball right field, 2 away. Ballpark home runs come to die here in Kansas City in the 80s. And now here's the most dangerous player in 1980 Stratomatic baseball, George Brett. Brett, left-handed hitter against Kingman. Here's the pitch. Kingman on a 2-7, and that is a ground ball to second. Good play there by White, or good play there by Peachlow. Throws him out in 1 inning of play, no score here in Kansas City. Top second coming up. Now batting Randy Elliott. Yeah, that's right, Randy Elliott. He had 39 at-bats with the A's in 1980, 3 doubles, a ribby, only hit 128. The card is full of outs. If I get on the hitter's card, nothing doing. So here's Elliott and the swing. 5-11 on Gura's card against the right. He walks him. How about that? So he had 1 walk during the season, and the cardless player Randy Elliott draws a walk. No speed at all. He's an E. He will not be held. All right. Let's see. Or did I screw the rest of this lineup? Let's see if I screwed the pooch. More on this. Let's see. I probably did. So let's go ahead and get the cards back and going. It should be Newman. All right, let's get Newman and Heath. So Newman and Heath now. Newman steps up. Now runner on first. Nobody out. They're not holding him. Newman will bat against Gura. Gura from the stretch. Newman has to produce in the lineup against lefties. 3-10 on Newman against the lefty is going to be a single 1-7. That's a 15. So Newman tried, but it's a line drive to the third baseman, and the catch is made. 1 away. Now here is Mike Heath. He wants to be in that 3 column. He kind of gets happy in that 3 column of his. Let's see if Mike can find some love here. So Heath due up. Heath will, again, he hits better against left-handed pitching. This is where he wants to play on. Gura from the stretch and the pitch. That's a 1 column, though. 1-7 against a lefty. That's a single to right field. So Heath gets himself a base hit. Elliott will go to second. And the A's got 2 men on and 1 man out. And now here is Mickey Klutz. He is the platoon for Wayne Gross. So Klutz comes up. 2 men on, 1 man out. Clutch trying to be a big performer here. Gura from the stretch and the pitch. 4-10. The Gura is a ballpark single to a right-hander. That's a 1-11. That's an 18. That's a line drive to the shortstop, and Clutch is retired. The dice did not go in the A's favor. So now here is the second baseman, Mario Guerrero. So Guerrero steps up. Guerrero comes up a 2-out opportunity. There's runners in scoring position, so an anti-clutch situation possibly in effect. Here's a pitch from Gura. 6-5 to a righty. It's a fly ball right field. That's Hurdle, makes the catch. And the A's go out in the second. So we go an inning and a half in the books. A's nothing and the Royals nothing. Let's go ahead and we'll go back to our game in a second so we see who's here and who's been talking. Brian Kingman on the mound for the Athletics here in the bottom of the second inning of a no-score ball game. Hey, Ben, how you doing? Nice to have you here. And here we go, bottom 2, and here's Darrell Porter. Porter to swing. Porter on a 2-7 versus a righty. It's a single 1-15. That's 11, and that's a base hit for Porter. So he's on board. He's one of those slow as hell catchers. He's an E, will not be held. Brian Kingman's a -1. Heath's, I believe, a -1 or 2. And so in case they want to run on him, that's going to be a -5. So they won't hold him, though. And here is Willie Aikens. Can Aikens get it done? They split the first 2 games of this series so far. Here's the pitch. 4-11 for Aikens versus a lefty is a ballpark single 1-8, and that's a 1. That's a line drive base hit for Willie Aikens. So the Royals with 2 on and nobody out. Here's John Wathan, the Duke. He is a B bunter. He'll still bat. He has good stuff against lefties, gets more RBIs. So we'll give him a shot here. Let's see, we'll do that. Here is the pitch. That's a 4-6 versus a righty, the Duke, and he walks them, and the Royals have him loaded. So the Royals have him loaded against Brian Kingman here. Bases loaded, nobody out, and it brings up Jamie Quirk. He's going to have to swing well because he plays defense so poorly. And now let's see what the A's will do. They'll play the infield back. They'll give up runs if they need to. Here is the pitch. 6-4 to a lefty from Kingman, and that's a catch X. Now, again, I play catch X a little bit differently. That's a 20 on Heath. I know some people play it differently too. 3-E-4. 3-E-4 with a pass ball of 2. So, but a 20, I think he makes the play without even a hiccups chance at an error. So, I mean, he can make the error, but he's not going to have a big opportunity at it. So give me a second to check out the defensive ratings on the catcher here. So it's going to be a 20 on a 2. And that could be a double play ball from the catcher position. So let's look at Heath again. Sorry, folks. Yeah, sometimes I'll forget. He's a 3, not a okay. He's a 20. He's going to be a 20 on a 3. He's a G2, so he's going to get the force. But the question is what kind of force would Heath get? So with the error being a 4, let's make sure we don't get the error. We may have got the error instead. Let's check him out. He is a 16. That is a 16 he is a 16 on a 4. Oh, goodness gracious. 16 on a 4 says A1. Did he drop it in the field of play? So now we have to see it's a G2 with a muff. So let's see. E1. Error, batter to first. Runners advance 1 base. Holy smokes. Royals will take a 1-0 lead on the E1. He dropped it in the field. The player couldn't field it, and the runner will advance. So Porter will score. Aikens the third. Wathan the second. Quirk is on the E1, and it's 1-0 favor of the Royals. Oof. Don't get those a lot. Now here's Frank White. So now Brian Kingman, these runs could start to be unearned on him. Infield will now play back. They want to get a double play and get a big out here. 4-5 on Kingman's a ground ball shortstop X. Now I get all the X's when I'm not playing the game of helping me. So the X is on Guerrero. I believe he's again, I didn't want to do that. Let's re-roll everything. I meant to keep all the dice there. Oops. Let's re-roll it. He's 3E22, I believe. And yes, that could be a double play ball. That's a 16. There shouldn't be an error on a 6, but on a 27, we better check it out. 27, there's no 6. And let's see. It's a 16 on a 3. G1 double play. 6-4-3 double play. So that will send Quark to third, and that will clear the bases on a double play. So with runner on third and 2 outs, here is Clint Hurdle. So let's see if they can get out this inning, only giving up the 1 run that probably would be unearned at this point. So here it is. Hurdle, the left-handed hitter against Brian Kingman. Here's the pitch. All 6s. 6-12 is a ground ball. The first. Holy crap. Major X chances now that I'm not using the game. 4E27 is Newman. That is a 18, so he'll field it, and that's a 13. Oof, 13 on a 27. Getting some calls here, and there's no 13 on the error chart, and he avoids it and wait a minute. E27 on a 13. There's an E1. So let's make sure Newman, again, did I have the right rating? Newman is an E27. Let's make sure he's the one at first. They play every catcher possible in this game. I believe Newman is doing the catching. So it is going to be Newman. That's going to be an E3. And the inning continues. And that's an unearned run. So the second error of the inning, that will score Quark, who reached on the error. And it is now 2-0 favor of Kansas City with a runner on first and 2 outs. So the A's defense is definitely having some issues here in this inning. So now here's Wilson. Wilson on a 5-6. 5-6 on a lefty is a popped up to second. Pichlo there makes the play. And boy, does this inning end with a flurry. The Royals score 2. We go to the top of the third. 2-0 Kansas City. So the A's now will step up. Hurdle. Let's see. So for the A's, will be Pichlo, followed by Henderson and Murphy here in the third against Larry Gura. So 4-7 versus the righty, and against a righty, that's a possible extra base hit, but that's a 12. It's cut off for a long single for Pichlo. Good job for Rob to get on. He's on at first and nobody out. And now here's Ricky Henderson. Let's see what Ricky can do. Runner on first and nobody out. And the swing, that's a 3-10 versus a lefty, and that's a single for Henderson that gets by him. Pichlo to second, and the A's got 2 on. So big job there by Pichlo. And now it's 2 on and nobody out. And now here's Murph. Dwayne Murphy steps in. Singled his first time up. 2 on, nobody out. Gura now trying to survive this one. Here's the pitch. 4-9 to a lefty is a ground ball double play. Hits right at Frank White. Goes to Washington over the Aikens, and there is 2 for the price of 1. In case you're wondering, every double play, get 2 for the price of 1 at your local Oakland A's homestand in the concession stands. 2 for the price of 1. Here's Tony Armas. Armas to bat, runner on third, 2 outs. Armas hit into a double play. They've hit into 2 double plays in the last 3 innings. Here's a pitch to Armas. 3-5 versus the lefty, and he struck him out. Double plays and strikeouts seem to be Tony Armas's friend. No runs, 2 hits, double play gets him out of it. We go to the bottom of the third. It's still 2-0 KC. They split the first 2 games of this series so far. Royals winning last night, A's winning the opener. So Brian Kingman will now come out and pitch to Washington, Brett and Porter. So here is Claudell Washington. 4-7 to a lefty's a walk. Jesus. And Kingman just continues to add base runners, and that's not helping him right now. And he's got speed. So it's a -5 on Washington, 12 first number. They're going to hold him, and he will not go. So here is George Brett. Brett, first time up, grounded into second baseman. He's one of those right now. Here's the pitch from Kingman. 3-8 against a righty. Oh, he got in the middle. That split. Single, won the 9. That's a 9. How about that? The Royals get a break. Actually, that's a 6. That's a base hit for Brett. So Brett's on. He squeezes it by the second baseman. And now the Royals have first and second with nobody out. So now it's Darrell Porter's turn. Porter's first at bat singled and scored on what probably will be one of the unearned runs. Kingman from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 1-10 for Porter is a foul out behind the plate. Heath's got room, comes over, makes the catch, and there's one away. So big one out there. Now here is Willie Mays Aikens. Hasn't had that big power yet this series, but hang on. Kingman from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 4-6 to a lefty. Struck him out, 2 away. Aikman is out, 2 outs. Big strikeout for Kingman. And now here is the Duke, John Wathan. Hang on, folks. Drop the die. And now we need to locate it. Doink. All right, did I lose? Oh, here's the black one. All right, let's re-roll that one. Folks, thank you so much for coming in today. If you don't mind, please hit your like. As you're in the building, please helps with people watching. Thank you. Here's the pitch. Oh, it's a 1-2 for Wathan against a righty. Hit by pitch. Watch out, as Ken Singleton would say. So Washington will go to third. Brett will go to second. And the hit by pitch will continue the inning. And now again, it's up to Jamie Quirk. He came up with the bases loaded last time up. Left-handed hitter against Kingman. Kingman from the stretch gets the side. Come on, Brian, make a big pitch here. 3-7 on a 1 split. So hopefully nothing he needs. Would you believe it? 3-7 against a righty's a single, won the 9. That's a 1. Base hit, Jamie Quirk. Run batted in. So RBI for Quirk. Runner will score. Washington scores. Everyone moves up 90 feet. It's a merry-go-round, and the Royals take a 3-0 lead. So now for the Royals, it will be Frank White. Frank White into a double play back in the second inning. From the stretch is Kingman. Big pitch here to keep him out of a big inning. 3-8 for White is a strikeout to end the inning. But the Royals do get one more. We played 3. It's 3-0 Royals. So Brian Kingman not looking too sharp today. And now in the 4th inning, Elliott, Newman, and Heath. So we need to go back to the Strat game and read that result because there is no Randy Elliott in the cards and dice department. So go ahead and swing on his card. He walked his first time up. Here's the pitch. 2-11 to a lefty is a foul out, and that will be third baseman over by the dugout, makes the catch, and there's one away. So Elliott retired, and there's one out here in the 4th. So now in the top of the 4th will be Jeff Newman, one of the hotter Oakland Athletics. When the A's play against the lefty, they're going to have to get results. So there's no Gross or Revering in this lineup. It makes this lineup a lot harder. Here's the pitch. 1-8 for Newman, and that is going to be a popped up shortstop. That's going to be Washington. He'll call off White, makes the catch. And we got outs to 5 and 6 so far. And there's 2 away. And now here is Michael Heath. Mike Heath singled his first time up. So 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. From the windup, here's the pitch. 3-9. That's where Heath wants to be against a lefty, and he walks. So Heath gets on board, and the A's got a base runner. Now here's the third baseman, Mickey Klutz. This is where Mickey wants to be. He's got his power. He's got stuff in that 3 column. Gura from the stretch. Can he make the pitch here? There's a 3 column, the Klutz, and that is a clutch, but there's nobody at second base. That's a base hit to right field, Mickey Klutz. Now runners are in scoring position as Klutz has his first hit of the ball game. First and second, 2 outs. And now here's Mario Guerrero. Guerrero, he flied to right his last time out. He came on with a couple people on. The A's can't do what they did last night, Ben. Ben bringing up how they left a lot of doggies on the prairie last night. And right now, again, the Elephants are out there. Let's see if the A's can get one home. Here's the pitch to Guerrero. 2 column, 2-8, and that's a fly ball to left field. And Mario Guerrero has left 2 more on base and more doggies left on the prairie. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 3-0 Royals. So deja vu for the A's so far. So now it's going to be Hurdle, Wilson, and Washington against Brian Kingman here in the 4th. Here's the pitch. That's in the 3 column. That's where Hurdle wants it. And that's a line drive in the gap. He'll skip to the wall. Hurdle will have a double. And the Royals start off the 4th very effectively with a runner in second. Hurdle just hit one right to the wall and bounced off it. So now here's Willie Wilson. Wilson is 0 for 2, which is surprising with the Royals doing well. You think he'd be a part of this mess. Kingman from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 1-6 for Wilson against a righty. Ground ball back to the mound. They'll look back. Hurdle, make the throw, and there's 1 away. 1 out for Wilson. Now here is UL Washington. Washington, a batter, 0 for 1 with a walk. From the stretch is Kingman. Here's the pitch. 4-8 to a lefty, and that is a popped up. That's a good, no, 4-8 is 4-8 to a lefty. It's a line drive down the first. Jeff Newman is there for the second out. So now UL Washington's 0 for 2 in a walk, and now brings up the dangerous George Brett. Yeah, no, sorry. So Mr. Brett takes the intentional walk. I'm a Yankee fan, but I do love this 1980 George Brett. He's on my super teams that I'm on in the league, and I'm not pitching to Brett with men in scoring position. So Brett will go to first on the intentional walk. He gets the 4-ball treatment. First and second, 2 outs for Darryl Porter. We'll make Darryl Porter beat us. From the stretch is Kingman. Here's the pitch. 3-7. The Porter is a fly ball center field. It'll be Murphy makes the catch, and a perfect job done by the coaching. So let's go to the bottom of the 4th. Let's go to the top of the 5th. It's 3-0 KC. So the manager, nice job. Makes a good call to keep Brett from hitting against him. That card is just, I mean, you played Strat now, Mr. Ben. If you've seen the 1980, can you see the card or not is the question. Yeah, you can see it now. If you know anything about Stratomatic and cards, that's what the 80 card looks like. It's almost a 1200 OPS plus slugging versus righties, and I'm not letting it beat me. I'm sorry. So just kind of let you see the Brett card. Hopefully it's faced the right direction so you can look at it. Yeah, that card's not beating me. So I love it in the league I'm playing in, but I'm not going to let it beat me if I'm coaching the A's. So, yeah, a lot of ball. Well, in Oakland, that's in KC, the ballpark chances turn to 1s. So that's not a bad option, but he still has so many hits in the 3 column that I'm not going to let him not going to run there. So, and if that was Brett's role against a righty, yes, I probably would have been a base hit 2 stars. So 3-7 versus a righty for Brett. If that's the same role, that is a single 2 stars. That would have scored Hurdle. So, yeah, that's why I did it. So, top of the 5th, A's will stand up Piccolo, Henderson, and Murphy against Larry Gura, who I thought would be tough. He's a tough little crafty left-hander, they say. Piccolo, 4-10 to a righty. That's a ballpark single to a righty. That's a 1-11. That's a base hit. So, Rob Piccolo has himself his second hit. So good job for Rob. He needs to get his little average up, so that will help him. So now here is Ricky Henderson. Henderson, the batter. He's been 1 for 2 in the ball game. From the stretch, here's the pitch. That's a 6-7. 6-7 on Gurra's a fly ball center field. That's Wilson. The other speedster throws out my speedster. 1 away. Henderson in check today. Here's Dwayne Murphy. Murphy in the ball game is 1 for 2, a single and a double play chance. We don't want one of those again. Gurra from the stretch and the pitch. 6-8 to a lefty. Ground ball down the first, picked up by Akins. The only plays he's gonna go the long way and gets Piccolo at second. So that'll be 3-4, and Murphy's on with the fielder's choice, and there's 2 outs. No double play chance. Murphy with too much speed. And now here is Tony Armas. Boys, he's been Mr. Armas today for me. Double play and a whiff. So Gurra from the stretch. Here is the pitch. That's a 6-3, and that's a fly ball left field. That's where you wanted to hit it. That's that Jamie Quirk, and why the hell are you out there play? He is so far going to be a 4E13. That's the 12 is going to avoid the hit. I think he gets away with it. It's an F1. How about that? So the runners would advance, but there's 2 outs. Does he make it out of the error column? 14 Quirk, I said left field to 13. So it's a 14 on a 13. Does he commit the error? No, he makes the catch. How lucky is that? Armas retired by Jamie Quirk. That's why he played the super advanced fielding. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. Bottom of the 5th coming up. We're halfway through in KC. It is 3-0 Royals. So now bottom of the 5th inning, and it will now be Willie Akins followed by Wathan and Quirk here, as it's a 3-0 ball game for the Royals, trying to take the first 2 of 3 here. Here's the pitch to Akins. Oh, that could hurt. 1-5's a walk. Ooh, they gave him a chance to hit, and this time he walked him. So Akins now 1 for 2, a hit, a K, and a walk. So he actually is 1 for 2 still. Akins, no speed, never known to be able to run. He's on at first, will not be held. Wathan in the ball game has not had an official at bat. He's walked and hit by a pitch. Kingman from the stretch again struggling. 1-10 to Wathan, and Wathan will slam one down the left field for a base hit. 2 stars. That will send Akins the third with a huff and a puff, and Wathan is at first. So now the A's might have to bring the infield in. Wathan they bring the infield in. He's auto stealed. We will. So you can't really hold him in on corners either because the first baseman is up. So we're going to unfortunately have to play back because you don't want Wathan to steal it. And what does he get it? He doesn't get the hold. He gets basically the -1, and he gets Heaps -2. So he would definitely go on a 16 or less. 16 or less for Wathan to go second and third if I bring the infield or corners in. We're going to bring the corners in, and we'll let him run. Here's the throw, and he's safe. So Wathan gets second base on that. So second and third now with nobody out. Now the infield can play in without any problems. So here's Jamie Quirk. So the A's kind of self-destructing here. Billy Martin trying to get his team going here. From the stretch, Jamie Quirk in the ball game is 1 for 1. He's walked and reached. He's reached on an error and single, so he's 1 for 2. From the stretch is Kingman. That's 4-3 to a lefty, and that's a fly ball into. Let's use these eyes here. Fly ball right field. That's hit at Armas. Armas is quite good at that, at least. He's a 1E10. So that is a 16. That should be a fly ball C. So hopefully there's no, why me? 16 on a 10 for Armas. Hold on to everything. The A's rolling way too high on the error charts. E10 is an E1, and Armis will drop it out of his glove, and the Royals will score another run. So Brian Kamen just getting killed with defense. E9, and again, it's first and third, nobody out. Quirk with no speed. Oh, he starred the son of a bitch. Wow, they starred Jamie Quirk. 3 stolen bases. You son of a. Well, we play in. He goes on a 1-12. You know what? We're going to play in. He's not going to run. I don't see Jamie Quirk running. First and third, nobody out. Third error of the ball game for the A's. He's a line drive to the third baseman and Mickey. So White's 0 for 3. First and third, 1 out for Clint Hurdle. He's been kind of tough, reached on an error and doubled. So now for Hurdle, left-handed batter. Kingman struggling. You can tell he's not happy with the defense behind him, and he's not pitching great either. Here's the pitch. 1-7 on Hurdle. That's a ground ball to short. The infield was in, so there's no double play. That's bad. So now the runner will go to second. They'll throw out Hurdle, and there's 2 outs. Now there's second and third for 2 outs. And you're giving Willie Wilson a chance, which could be bad. So let's see if Brian Kingman can get out of this one. UL Washington on deck. Let's look at Willie Wilson up close just to see what he is on the game. Wilson is a 3L, so he should not be as good against righties. So we're definitely going to pitch to him. Kingman from the stretch. Here we go. And that's going to be a 6-9. Oh, brother. 6-9 versus a righty. That is a home run, 1-13. Wilson does not have normal power. It will turn into a single. That is a 9, and that's a long single for Willie Wilson. It will drop in Watson. He'll score. It will drop in Quirk. He'll score. And 2 RBIs for Willie Wilson. And that definitely will start putting things in a perspective. That is now Royals now lead it by the score of 6-0. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. I did not know. I'm watching thing here. I don't see any bad things. Hopefully we don't. Wilson on board. The A's may have to start going to their bullpen. And that's what's sometimes sucky about not running the game. Let's see who the A's have in their bullpen right now. Hamilton, who stinks. Jones, Lacey again. And they got Ernie Camacho from the days of the Indians, but this time before. But he had 12 innings. And I bet the card is not going to look so bueno. Let's see. For Ernie Camacho. Yeah, boy. Power. And boy, Dave Hamilton is not much better. So, Brian Kingman, you may have to take one. A lot of these might be unearned, so we'll go ahead. All right, hopefully it's not bad out there, folks. Hopefully that's not what our cause is. Here's Washington now. Runner on first. Here's the pitch. 4-7 to a lefty, and that's a walk. Now, Brian Kingman now is having serious issues. First and second, 2 outs. He's in 4 2/3 so far. He is in danger on a big hit by Brett right now. There's no place to put him to fatigue out Brian Kingman here. So let's see from the stretch. Here we go. Can he get the pitch? It's a 3-2 from Brett, and he misses it. Fly ball right field. That's Armis, makes the catch, and he makes that catch. Wow. 3 runs by the Royals. We go to the 6th. It's 6-0 KC in the 6th. I have a feeling when I put this game on the computer, a lot of Kingman's runs are going to be unearned. ERAs will look better than it is, but he's going to end up taking a loss here. So now see if Oakland can get back in this, but boy, they don't have the team out there I'd want. And I think we come back to Randy Elliott again all of a sudden. It says we do. Elliott has walked in, popped the third. Here's the pitch. 2-6 versus the lefty. That's a strikeout for Randy Elliott. That's something he did 13 times in 39 plate appearances. So not much going on there. We go back to play. One away. So now here's Jeff Newman. He's 0 for 2. Kind of like my Yankees right now this year. Give him a left-handed pitching, and that team looks really lost. And I have a feeling that's the problem here. Here's the pitch to Newman. 1-9, and that's a ground ball to second. That'll throw him out. 2 away. No Revering, no Gross. And a lot of times you don't put your best players out there. Now here's Heath. Heath will bat. 2 outs here. Gura going easy. 6-10 to a righty. Ground ball to short. That's Washington. He's a 17. That'll be an easy play. Washington is an E36, though. And that's a 9. There's no 9. Throws him out. And that's 6 strong for Larry Gura. Bottom of the 6th coming up. It is still 6-0 KC. So Darrell Porter comes up. Porter so far has been the one lone goats today. 1 for 3 with a single, followed by Akins and Wathan against Kingman. He'll try to stay out there and try to get some innings. Jeff Jones may come in later on the game and may put some innings in. Porter 1-2 on the home run. That is a 9. That's a fly ball deep to right field. Catch is made, and he's 1 for 4. So now here's Willie Akins. Started off last inning with the walk and came around the score. Royals offense definitely looking good right now. Here's the pitch from Kingman. 5-9. Oh, against the lefty. Struck him out. That's a 6-9 we don't want. So, oof, thank you goodness there. Caught Akins looking. 2 Ks for Willie Mays Akins. He's 1 for 3. And here's John Wathan. So Wathan, the batter, Wathan last time up singled, stole second. So he's been on 3 times, a walk and a hit by pitch. Here's the pitch to Wathan. 5-7, and that is going to be a double in the gap. It is a double for Wathan. So the Duke is coming up strong here. Runner on second and 2 outs, and here is Jamie Quirk. Quirk reached on the arm is there. He's been on twice on errors. That's been big plays in this ball game. So Quirk against Kingman. Kingman from the stretch. 5-4 to a lefty is a ground ball to third. Let's see if we make this play, or do we have another problem? So Klutz is a 4E26. That's a 7. And let's see what the 7 on the 4 comes up as. That's a G3. So unless he makes the error on this, always a problem. 6-10, 13. That's one of those weird ones. That's a 13 on the that's a 13 on a 26, just to make sure. On the 26, 13 says E1. So Mickey Klotz for the 3rd time today. Jamie Quirk has reached on an error, and that's the 4th error for the Athletics. And again, the inning continues. Brian Kingman cannot believe it. That's the 4th error in back of him. The 3rd time Jamie Quirk has been up and has reached on an error. So now here's Frank White as the inning goes on. White so far is 0 for 3 and is due. So let's see what happens. From the stretch is Kingman. Here's the pitch. 3-8 again. Thank goodness. That's a strikeout and ends the inning. So the error this time doesn't hurt him. Boy, it's getting kind of frustrating. We played 6, and it's 6-0 KC. So the A's will see if they can get their offense together against Gura in the 7th. He's an 8-inning starter, so he can definitely complete games. Klutz, Guerrero, and Peachlow, the batter. 6-0 favor of the Royals. 6-8 to a righty, and that's a pop up to first. Akins is there and makes the catch, and Klutz is 1 for 3. So now here is Mario Guerrero, right-handed batter. Here's a swing. 4-7 to Mario. That's a base hit down the line. That'll be a double for Mario. That's a 6. That was a 1-9 double. So Guerrero with his first hit of the ball game. Rob Piccolo 2 for 2. They're getting some lineup. They're getting some offense from the bottom part of this lineup, but not in the lineup where they need to be. Gurra from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 1-11 on Piccolo versus the lefty. It's a ground ball to short. The runner will have to hold, throws him out, and there's 2 outs, and Piccolo's 2 for 3. So now here's Henderson. Gives him a chance to bat against the lefty with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. Gurra looks in, gets the sign. Here's the pitch. That's a 2-12 for Ricky. That's a line drive. Oh, what a play by the third baseman, Brett. Makes the play, retires the side. We go to the 7th inning stretch. Get up and stretch. Royals lead 6-0. Brian Kingman may pitch his 7 innings here. If he can get through, it's going to be Hurdle, Wilson, and Washington. Here's the pitch. 1-7 versus a righty, and that's a ground ball to short. That will be a play made, and that retires him. So 1 for 4 for Clint, as now we go to the top of the order for the 5th time, which is not good if you're a starter. Wilson 1 for 4 with 2 ribbies. Here's the pitch from Kingman. 4-8 to a lefty, and that's a line drive down the first. Nicely done by Jeff Newman. So 2 outs, and now here's UL Washington. Washington's 0 for 2, couple walks. Rest in peace, UL. We lost him this past year. He's batting shortstop. I always wonder if he died with a toothpick in his mouth. Batting, I guess that would be kind of cryptic. Washington switch hitter, batting from the left-hand side. Here's the pitch. How many times did Joe Garagiola tell us about that? 3-7's a base hit for UL Washington. So he just went antagonized me with the single. So now it's back to Brett. Ooh, guy don't want to pitch to at all. Comes up again. I'm not going to pitch around him because of the runner on first. So let Kingman do it. Kingman's probably his last pitch from the stretch. It's a 4-9. Did he pitch around him? He probably did. He walked him. So Brett with a walk and another hit with fatigue Kingman anyway. So 2 on, 2 outs for Darryl Porter. He's 1 for 4. Hasn't really scared me much. He missed a home run earlier, but not a real good odds one. So Kingman will stay in there and try to get through this. Try to keep it at 6-0. And here we go. From the stretch. Here we go. 3-6 for Porter. Popped it straight up. First baseman. That's Newman. Makes the catch and retires aside. So Newman gives me 7. It's still 6-0 KC. So he's pat on the back by Billy Martin. He'll probably end up getting pulled there. Lefty, righties. All kind of mid guys. So for the A's, it'll be Murphy, followed by Armas and Elliott for the Athletic. Now I can start pinch hitting and get Elliott out of there. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 6-5 to lefty. That's popped it up. Shortstop. Washington there. 1 out, and Larry Gurra is just tossing them to sleep. Here's Armas. He's been Tony Armas today. 1 for 3. Strikeout. Double play. Fly to left. Here's the pitch from Gurra. 6-9. Righty. Ground ball. Shortstop X. That's Washington. It's a 3. That should be a base hit, I believe. Let's look up UL Washington. He's a 2E36. Let's see, first of all, the 3 out of 2 is a G3. Makes the play. And then a 13 on the 36. I don't believe is an error. We looked at this before. 36. And yes, on a 30. Is he a 36? Hang on, UL. Let's make sure. He is a 36. That is going to be an... Thank you, sir. It's an 11, not a 13. Instant replay review is confirmed. 36 on the 11. No error. Thank you, Ben. Again, he is robbed. So the A's can't even do anything dishonestly. 2 outs. So now here is going to be, again, probably a pinch hitter for Elliott. So I don't have to keep looking at that card. So here we go. So look for somebody, and might as well maybe give Jim, let's see, most of us, no, I don't want him. Who do I want to have a swing here with? Can't put my normal guys because they don't hit well against lefties, to be honest. So we'll give Jim Essien a chance. He's got some power. That'll mean all the ace catchers are in the ball game. So Essien will come swing. Essien will swing 2 outs in the 8th inning. Here's the pitch from Gura. 1-4, and that's a walk. So Essien draws the walk, and he's on base. So good job for Jim. And now here's Jeff Newman. Newman the swing, and he has not done his job today. We talked about he needed to be big against a left-handed pitcher today, and he's so far 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. That's a 3-3 against a lefty. Oh, he's going to go out with an injury. Ground ball to first. And let's see, he'll limp it off. He will not limp it out, and he'll be off for the rest of the game. So he is done. So now we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It is 6-0 Royals. That means Dave Revering is going to have to come in this ball game and play first. I mean, hopefully if he comes back around again, we'll have a righty out there for the Royals, but he'll come out and play first. We now go to the bottom of the 8th inning, 6-0 KC. Again, just playing daily injuries. Roll on the red basic injury card. If he avoids the injury, he stays in. If he goes out with multiple games, he only misses the day injury. Kind of helps with fatigue and usage. 6-0 Royals, bottom of the 8th. Aikens, Wathan, and Quirk will hit against probably Jeff Jones here. So Jones will probably come in and pitch the 8th. Only 1 inning of relief from my bullpen. That's probably what I want. So Jeff Jones will come on in. So Kingman gives me 7. Not sure how strong they were. Here is the pitch. 5-2 versus a lefty. And that's a single 1-7. That's a 17. Line drive to the second baseman. So and it's another out there. So now officially he's 1 for 4. And here's John Wathan. Boy, he's been on base a couple different times today. The Dukes had his way with the A's with a good game. Here's the pitch from Jeff Jones. 4-4, and that's a strikeout for Jeff Jones. 2 away. So now here is Jamie Quirk. Reached on 3 times on 3 different error rolls. Unbelievably. 4 errors in the ball game for the Athletics. Here's the pitch. 2-5. And Quirk against the righties, a single to left field. So when Quirk doesn't get on the air, he gets his second hit of the ball game. So now here's Frank White. He made 1 play defensively, which he should never have, and now he has 2 hits and been on base almost every time with the error. Here is White, hit the 3-8 twice. 1-6 righty, fly ball left field. That's where he had his stuff. Catch made by Henderson, retires aside, and we go to the 9th. 6-0 Kansas City. In the 9th, we're going to add hits right now and see where we're at. So 2 hits. They are leaving runners stranded earlier, but now they've just been gassed by Larry Gura's slow stuff. And right now in the ballgame, they have only had 1 inning with more than 1 hit, and they have 7 hits total heading to the 9th. So now it will come out to be Heath, Klutz, and Guerrero. Gura staying out there, not removing him for any reason. Just as a program, folks, if everything works the way I want it to be, I'm probably going to end up watching the Yankee game and close my eyes and cry. Probably after that, if I'm feeling okay, we'll probably play the final game of this series. So be here, be square, probably go ahead and do this again and finish off the Royal series. Here's a pitch to Heath. That's a foul ball. And here we go. That's going to be a 6-7 on Gura as a fly ball center field. Wilson will make that catch, and there's 1 away. Boy, they're not hitting him at all. Next pitcher, and actually will be, let's see.
Yeah, you want to try it?
Here's the pitch. 3-5 on Klutz, and that should be a base hit. It is. So Klutz, another hit on that 3-5. That's his second of the ball game. He's 2 for 4. And here's Guerrero. So Guerrero to swing here. So Mario Guerrero, 1 man on, 1 man out. Gura from the stretch, not even in fatigue, Verl. 5-2 versus the righties. A ground ball the second. That should be a double play to end it. White's a 1-11. That's a 7. Let's see if a 7 on a 1's a double play. The 7 is a G1, so that's a double play. As long as he doesn't roll an error, that's a 5. That's a rare play. That's a double play. 4-6-3, and that's your ball game. So the A's lose this by the score of 6-0. Wow. The A's, again, they had the extra hit there. They had 8 hits, and they had 4 errors. So 8-4 for the Athletics. For the Royals, nothing in the first. They had 2 hits in the second. They had 2 hits in the third. 1 hit in the fourth. 2 hits in the fifth. 1 hit in the sixth. God, so many errors. 1 hit in the seventh. 1 hit in the eighth. So they almost hit every inning. 6, 8, 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 6-10-0 for the Royals. 8-4 for the Athletics, folks. Oh, didn't hit it. Well, folks, whoever are here, please go ahead and hit the like. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming in. Final score is Royals 6, A's nothing. Royals have taken 2 of the first 3. Well, hopefully you'll see you tonight for Game 4 as Rennie Martin will be on the mound for the Royals. So have a good night, everybody. Again, Royals win it 6-0.